Hi, I'm Bruno Aziza, and today I'm sitting down with Ian McHugh. Ian is the co-founder and managing director of Information Management Group, or IMGROUP. Thank you for your time, Ian.
Yeah, thank you, Bruno.
And so you're an organization, a consulting service organization. You're based in the UK, but you have operations in North America. You focus on a large set of industries. Today we're here to talk about financial services specifically. You also have practices in BI, CRM, and portal. Tell me, in this space, financial services, what are the top issues for CIOs and leaders?
Well, one of the things that we're doing a lot of work on at the moment is ICP.
What is ICP?
ICP is Institutional Client Platform, and what that deals with some of the problems. Users have to log on to many systems. So if you're a trader and you're trying to do some research on a customer, typically you're logging on to lots of different systems. You pull in the data out of those systems, maybe into some Excel spreadsheets to try and get a 360-degree view of what that customer is doing. And
so that's very expensive because traders' time is very valuable. We know in the industry a multitude of systems is typically an issue. Legacy systems, we know that core banking systems are 11 to 30 years old, so it creates a lot of bottleneck, I guess, for traders to get the information that they need in order to trade efficiently and interact with their clients, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so what do you guys do?
Well, one of the things that we do first of all is to kind of reinforce the back-end systems by pulling all of that data from the legacy systems into a single data warehouse. Mm-hmm. And once we got it in the data warehouse, we're then able to do some really exciting stuff. One of the things, we're using predictive analytics to predict what the customer's likely to do next. And for one of the leading banks, we've been able to predict 8 times more accurately for their top decile customers than they were achieving previously.
Wow, so what I'm hearing here is really 3 things. The first thing, obviously, is getting all the data into a data warehouse, so you deal with the issues of legacy systems much easier in one place. Then you're putting this information in front of the traders, I guess, through customer relationship management, I'm assuming. And then thirdly, you're using that information to predict what the trading moves of these investors are going to be.
Yeah, absolutely. So now what happens when the phone rings on a trader's desk, it pops up through a portal with who's calling, what the last 10 trades that they made with the organization were, and we're also using the predictive analytics to give the trader something interesting to talk about. So we're able to predict what they might be likely to do next.
Well, I'm not going to tell you who I bank with, but I wish my institution had that 360 view of the customer. Now, beyond ICP, what are the other issues you work on?
We're doing a lot of work at the moment with real-time trading risk. So currently we're working with 5 of the top 8 investment banks, and we're taking the risk data as soon as a trade occurs. It goes through the risk grid, and then we're using Stream Insight to take the data out of there and to load that up into a data warehouse, and then to deliver the aggregated risk position of the bank back to the traders so that they can make the corresponding hedge. And it's really important in volatile markets to be able to make that in real time. Currently, what we're achieving, we're dealing with 8 billion rows of risk data going into this data warehouse per day, and at peak trading times, we're able to deal with loads of up to 750,000 rows per second. And on the querying side, we're able to deal with, I think it's 5,600 sub-second queries per second.
Well, what's interesting here about risk is there's not just the risk position, but it's the speed at which you get the information, the volume of transactions, and how many people you're serving.
Absolutely, and that's really important to get that because if you don't make the hedge at the right time, if you have the wrong hedging strategy, then that can cost the bank a lot of money.
That's great. So as you're thinking about ICP, risk, analytics, what are the 3 things CIOs or C-level executives should think about as they're listening to you?
Well, I guess the things they should think about are, do you know what your customers are holding? Are the sales teams able to spot patterns of purchasing behavior and use that to develop new opportunities? And does your organization understand real-time risk, and what's the importance of an incorrect hedging strategy?
Great. Well, thank you very much for your time, Ian.
Thank you, Bruno.
Until next time, I'm Bruno Aziza.